Today is the 28th of April 2020, and we talk about putting Bahamian first after Hurricane Dorian from this F&M government. That never happened. Abaco, and I keep saying it, 45 million every year into the economy of the Bahamas, but we never get half of that money back. And I look at the NGOs that came down, boy, and were they working. I'd bring a lot of them out in my talks. I said, what possess you or driving you guys to leave your work, leave your school? Some of them had this spring break. You imagine on your spring break, you come to help with the disaster in Abaco. This was unbelievable, all the way from California. You know how expensive it is to pocket up? And I was shocked they even had some black brothers and sisters that were in college and decide to come to Abaco to help with our recovery. And then we have the defense force and the police force that are stealing the goods. This is our armed forces. They didn't come to Abaco to help us. They come to rob and to steal and to pocket up. That was the horror. Another hurricane after the hurricane to see how our armed forces did. All these people, we had these guys from Denmark. They brought in heavy equipment. The first one on the ground was Jamaicans, of all people, Jamaicans. Brought 100 of them here. The Jamaicans is on the streets of Mashaba with somebody heavy equipment. They driving payloader, backhoe, heavy truck. They're talented. And I saw them for a month. I haven't seen one defense force officer pick up a shingle off the street. I haven't saw one police officer after the hurricane pick up one sheet. But I see them all pick up our generators, our food product, and they're on the dock. And they're sending it back on the defense force boat. The chiefs are becoming thieves. You imagine that? But the Bible says, what you do unto the least of these, you do to me. We have a school there called Every Child Count. Everybody knows who that. I didn't even know it was that many underprivileged kids in Abaco. I don't know if the parents then was embarrassed. They don't want to bring them out. They were never seen. But all of a sudden, Every Child Count opens up and you got over 100. My question is, this is for Frankie Campbell. And I keep, every time I see Frankie Campbell with the arrogant self, saying to the news reporter, back, 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 back. I say back. Man, that is just doing me so bad as a Bahamian. Frankie Campbell. Frankie Campbell said to the Bahamas that his daddy, which is supposed to be a Bahamian, refused to sign his paper to say that he was his father. His mother was a raw-born Haitian. And Frankie said on national radio and TV that a gentleman in the community that knew Frankie Campbell signed his papers to say what his daddy did with his testicles. That is illegal. Any other country, see, it came out of the mouth of Frankie. God has a way of revealing the untruth. Frankie, through the spirit world, revealed that he was not a Bahamian. But guess where Frankie is? Frankie is a minister in this F&M government. Guess what else Frankie's doing? They're on, by the Poinciana Inn on Barnett Road. There's 100 of Frankie people. See, Frankie's Haitian. 100. Frankie has been feeding them 3 meals a day from September 1st, 8 months in. Frankie Campbell ain't give Kai oats, nor grits, nor tuna, nor slam bam. There's another place on, I don't know Nassau that well. I know Bay Street. That's where I stay. I don't like out in the back of these places. There's a place on Wolf Road, right in the back of AID. It's between AID and a police station there. 8 months. Every time I pass there, I see the Haitians that I know from Abaco. Why y'all still here? Because somebody is feeding them. Somebody is clothing them. They don't have to pay for water. They don't have to pay for electricity. They could go out and work, come back in, and their meals are there, 3 meals a day. They don't have to pay for any accommodation. Frankie Campbell got them. You see, they Frankie Campbell people. So if Frankie Campbell gonna take care of his people, where's Darren Henfield and James Albury? I see James Albury just found on 10,000 yesterday and said he's giving out food tickets for 10,000. James, what happened to your constituency office money? 8 months, add that up. That's way over 20,000. What are you doing with that money? You taking that back to America once your time is up in office? Because I know you're gone. You're trying hard to get back the best citizenship in the world, American. When I found out that James gave up his American citizenship to run on the F&M ticket, I said, something wrong with this boy. You know, people have died on the passageway from Cuba, Haiti, the Bahamas, and elsewhere trying to get an American citizenship, and the fool give it up to run. James don't know when Kong done. You ask him when Kong done, he can't tell you. But he's now an MP. But the interesting part about James Albury is that James Albury was an American citizen when Chad cleaned him up and bring him into the F&M party. How was James Albury? That is still interesting. James wasn't there long enough to vote for himself. James couldn't vote in this country. He was an American that gave up his American passport to be a member of parliament of nothing. Darren Henfield couldn't vote for himself in Abaco because Darren, at the last minute, him and Dr. Minnes and Otto Hubert studied skullduggery and made sure that Darren would become a minister of nothing affairs and would fly all about and wouldn't have no chance to see his people. That is why 8 months later, Darren ain't flying now. I don't know where he's at now. He's not flying nowhere. No planes are going nowhere. So why have our member of parliament? Y'all F&M down in Abaco. Why isn't your F&M invisible? Your member of parliament, your F&M, and your member of parliament. Why are both of them invisible in Abaco? You vote and you deserve the government you got. But back to every child count. Any caring government would have known where these 100, 200 people from every child count is. Frankie Campbell know where the Haitians is on Barnett Road. Frankie Campbell know where the Haitian is on Wolf Road. Frankie Campbell making sure that the Haitians on Barnett Road get 3 hot meals a day. Frankie Campbell making sure that social service pocket up for the ones on Wolf Road. When last has Frankie Campbell fed the people, the Bahamians in Abaco, after Category 5 hurricane, after COVID-19, we had a double whammy, and you think that's bad. We got stuck with two do-nothing FNM members of parliament. Both seats are FNM and Abaco. And what? 8 months in, you imagine they built a dome for $7 million? Where did that money go? They said they spent $20 million on the cleanup. Who did they clean up? 8 months in, our dead is still in the trailer. They're still trying to dig the graves 8 months in. Wow. This government